can't murder liberation. You can murder revolutionary, but you can't murder revolution. And you can murder a freedom fighter, but you can't murder freedom.
You're tapped in, so let's get right to it. So it is in, the verdict is in regarding Karmelo Anthony killing Austin Metcalf. A jury has found teenager Karmelo Anthony guilty of murder in the 2025 fatal stabbing of 17-year-old high school student Austin Metcalf. The verdict was reached and read in a COLLIN County courtroom, rejecting Anthony's claims of self-defense. Now, the key details of the verdict goes as, in terms of the incident, the fatal altercation took place in April of 2025 at KUYKENDALL Stadium during a district-wide track meet in Frisco, a suburb of Dallas, Texas. The verdict, following about 3 hours of deliberation, the jury convicted Anthony of first-degree murder. In terms of sentencing under Texas law, Anthony, who was 17 at the time but tried as an adult, faces up to life in prison. Now, in terms of this jury, all of them found him guilty. The jury makeup, the 12-person jury that found Karmelo Anthony guilty did not include any Black members, a fact that sparked widespread national debate and media attention throughout this trial, all right? Racial demographic and makeup regarding this, though, were no Black jurors, while reports from social media, from local media, noted that the seated panel and its alternatives included a small number of other minorities, including 3 Asian women and another woman of color. All right, there were no African-American juries, no Black American jurors on that panel as alternates or otherwise. In terms of the gender breakdown, the broader 18-person pool consisting of 12 primary jurors and 6 alternates was made up of 11 women and 7 men. In terms of the jury selection controversy, the final composition of the jury led to a formal courtroom challenge by Anthony's defense team. The defense objection was defense attorneys logged a formal Batson challenge, accusing the prosecution of systematically striking the only 3 eligible Black female candidates from the final jury pool. The prosecution's justification: Assistant District Attorney Dewey Mitchell argued the dismissals were entirely race neutral. The state maintained that the 3 candidates were struck because they worked as educators, because the final stabbing occurred at a high school track meet involving teenagers. The state argued that they wanted to avoid seating traditional educators on the panel. The judge's ruling, State District Judge John Roach Jr., ultimately denied the defense's challenge, ruling that the state provided valid non-racial reasons for the strikes and allowed the final jury panel to stand. Now, there's a lot to be cut up about this. Before I do, I have a clip, as I always do, and I need to impart this clip so you guys can get the context of what just occurred. This is like fresh. You know, the ruling is fresh. It just came out, the verdict anyway. I have a clip. I'm going to bring this clip in right now, and then we can discuss this after the fact. Before we do, as always, please like, share, follow, comment, and subscribe to TAP. You are tapped into the art of political discourse. We appreciate your participation and viewership. It means a great deal to us. For those of you who have liked, shared, and subscribed, we thank you. We also ask that you continue to like and share so that we can get others to subscribe to this channel. It's very important. Without further ado, let's get to this clip. This is some sad stuff. I have a lot to say about it, and I will get to that right after this clip.
Explaining the rules. Our Lori Brown telling us that any outburst, a person will be held in contempt. So just kind of, letting them know what the rules are, just so that, they have rules in place and they want people to follow, those rules.
It says here, Lori is telling us, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder. That is the verdict from the jurors, according to Lori Brown, who is in the courtroom.
Okay, we're hearing that first. Guilty of murder. We are finding that out.
And I think Russell Wilson, with the brevity of this deliberation, I don't think that's a surprise to many people.
No, the brevity of 3-hour deliberation for capital offense is quick. All right. See, it's crazy. It's just crazy, man, that he would be found guilty. But then again, it should make a lot of sense to us because we understand how the system functions. There is systemic racism in the court of law just as much as there is systemic racism in corporate in society, what have you. All right. Here's a young brother who is about to be sentenced in a week or so to life in prison, more than likely. First-degree murder, okay, in Texas. He was tried as an adult at 17. He was assailed by one Austin Metcalf, for coming under a track meet tent in the rain that he was invited into. Austin Metcalf and his brother took it upon themselves to harass and even physically put their hands on Karmelo Anthony. And in the ensuing struggle or melee, I don't know if both of them jumped on him or what, but Austin was stabbed. And not by a knife as everyone would describe a knife. It was by some utility knife, like a work tool type of knife, which was legal or is legal in the state of Texas. There's a lot that did not come to the forefront that should have. I don't know if they were barred from bringing it in. One of the issues just being discussed that I know of full well is that the father, Metcalf, the senior, was buddy with the judge who sat on the panel. All right. And that in and of itself seems just irregular. That should be a conflict of interest. And hopefully, the defense in doing their appeal will address that matter. All right. It needs to be addressed. The judge was Judge John Roach Jr. He denied the defense, a lot of things in terms of evidence or rulings or challenges. He denied them. For one, the jury selection. There were 3 Black women who could have been on the jury. However, the prosecution or the prosecutor, who is Assistant District Attorney Dewey Mitchell, argued that he didn't want them on the jury because they were educators. And being that the situation happened at a track meet, a school event, but a track meet, he didn't want them on the panel. So the jury consisted of 12 white people. All right. Not only that, but it's also it's come out that Austin and his brother, whose name I can't recall right now, were both trained in jujitsu and things of that nature. These were big guys, big white guys, 200 pounds, 6 feet tall, type of guys. Very violent guys, and that's not an accusation. I'm not alleging that. That's a fact. Violence, so violent, in fact, that they jumped their own dad, beat their own dad up, broke his arm. There's a lot wrong with this case. But again, here we are, Blacks in America, suffering further injustice by a system that just does not want us involved in it. Does not respect us, not our freedoms, little less much than our lives. You know what I mean? Here we are in a system that has no respect and appreciation for us. Now we lose another young brother to prison. Yeah, he's still living, but he's in prison. This is the second brother we've taken L for over something that you say, man, that doesn't make sense. Something that we're used to seeing. It seems almost like this is normal for them to be or feel entitled when it comes to us. They can do what they want to do when it comes to us and our youth. That's a problem. This right here is, I'm telling you guys, this coupled with the Cyrus Carmack Benton case, and then other issues that we're not even talking about. The sister who was battered, bruised, brutalized in North Carolina, I think it was, by a rookie cop, beat her like she was a man for nothing at all. You know, all this stuff is compounding the situation, and what's being compounded is this, you know, us. We're being, it's like we're being battered and beat down. They're trying to stop us from rising. It's like the intent is to beat us into submission or kill us. You know, hey, enough is enough. Enough is enough. We have to make a choice here. And especially when it comes to our children, we're going to support them because we love them, not because we're angry at what's been done to them. Yeah, there's that. But because we love them, we're going to go all out for them. And if we don't, man, they're going to continue to do these things to us. But part of the problem and part of the reason why we see all this occurring with us from others is because, hey, man, not only is this the system, but it's the fact that we haven't gotten it in our heads that we are all we need. We don't need this system. We're a part of a system that does not want us in it. That does not mean any good to any of us. You can be rich and you will go through the same thing. You can think you're entitled. You can think that you're a part of that club, that team. And chances are the tables will be turned on you and you will be sacrificed. So the point is real clear. You know, we are in a situation where we have to make a decision, a very conscious decision in terms of where do we stand? We already know, right? We already know where we stand in this society, in this system. We don't stand in it. We stand outside of it. We're not even on the fringes of it. We are excluded in all things. We're made to believe that we're a part of this system, that it serves us. Prove it. When? Where? How? Does it serve us? When has it served us? Why does it serve us? We're living in a society, man, that does not give a flying flick about any of us, especially our children, because they're the greater threat, because it's their time. They're coming into that time of their lives where they're going to be the ones in this muck and mire, this, you know, this corruptness in this country, in the world. They're going after the children. They're going after our young adults. They're looking to, in any way, shape, or form, to degrade them, to make them feel inferior, to put them in their place. We're going to this because we are participating in this system. That's the problem. And then we get too many of our people who promote the system as something we can participate in because we can overcome it. That's a lie. That's a lie. As long as we're in this system, we're not going to overcome it. Now you're going to play ball and they'll give you this semblance of inclusiveness. The reality is we are still segregated. We are not inclusive in this system's programming in the way it was designed or who it was designed for. We're not a part of that script or that plan, that design. The sooner we realize this, the sooner then we can start taking those steps that will extract us from this and we start to build our own thing. That's the only way. As long as we continue to participate in a judicial system that is rigged against us, the corporate America employment that is rigged against us, a government that is rigged against us, a military that is rigged against us. You know, the financial world that is rigged against us. The sooner we realize this and start to take those steps to extract ourselves from it, the better off we'll be. They need us. We do not need them. We do not need them. So here's another young brother about to fall by the wayside because of a corrupt system, because of a system that is racially set up, systemically racially. It's all bad. It's not for us. It's not for us.
Well, right. So, I mean, what we know is that, they've rejected the self-defense claim. They believed that the use of deadly force in response to the shove was excessive. And that's not necessarily a surprise based off of the totality of the circumstances. So I think, that was their verdict.
Now we'll see what happens with this jury in the punishment phase.
Right. So we're probably going to see a brief break, and the parties will get a chance to gather themselves, if you will, and the judge would have to decide if he wanted to go ahead and begin the punishment phase of the case, maybe in 15, 20 minutes or so, or if he wanted a break. Given that he's got the jurors sequestered, I think that they will get back started on testimony probably relatively quickly.
Let me ask you a question. You have a client who is a teenager who's a 3.8 GPA, has no bad record, has no juvenile history, has no engagement with law enforcement, has made this decision that has left him guilty of murder. How do you work in the punishment phase? What do you try to do to live?
I mean, I think you gotta first you want to console your client.
There's no consoling a teenager of some of this magnitude. This young brother may very well end up ruined. Whatever the penalty phase is, whatever in terms of time they give him, it's still gonna mess him up. It's traumatic for him from the jump. It was traumatic from the jump. He was affected from the offset. All right. Now there's no sitting down consoling him. What consoling what? He has enough sense to realize that his life is about to be ruined. It is about to come to an end. His future. Consoling? No. No. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you guys something, and this is just me speaking from my point of view, my perspective, my opinion. Situations like this, stop fooling ourselves that we'll get a fair shake in a court of law with these people. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop leading your children to slaughter. Damn these laws. If something like that happens, hey man, get our kids out of here. They'll never sit a day in these prisons. Send them somewhere where they are okay, where they can live out the rest of their lives. Do not hand them over to these people, to these racist people. That jury and that judge is about to pass a sentence down on this young brother that's going to ruin him. All this could have been avoided if we stop thinking that we are part of this system and that we will find justice in it, that it would serve us even when we're right. We are wrong, man, to think that. The system does not support any of us. We can look at how they treat so-called civil servants, police officers who violate constitutional rights, who kill people. They get a slap on the wrist. The punishment does not fit the crime. You don't see death penalty cases for police officers who outright murder black men, shoot them in the back, strangle them to death, you know, kill our women, our children. There's no penalty. As soon as we do something, especially to one of them, if they don't kill us outright, we'll never see the light of day. We have to make some real hard decisions, for real. We have to. We have to start functioning outside of what's prescribed for us to function within or to be a part of. That shit doesn't work for us. It just does not. It does not serve any of us to participate in this system that we know is not only rigged, but racist. Come on, man. People are thinking, man, the times have changed. We're not in the 60s. We're not in the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, 40s. Yes, we are. The mindset says so. Times have changed. Mindsets have not. This shit is inherent in them. All of them. You're not going to get a fair shake. Your child defends him or herself against one of these people. I guarantee you, you won't get a fair shake. They'll find a way to lock that child away or end that child first. If they can't lock that child away, they're going to end that child. But you will not, your child will not get a fair shake. And rather than see your child get railroaded, because we all know that's what's going to happen, rather than see that, witness that, and be a party to that, you won't get your child out of here. Leave. This is bad business.
In the family, briefly, but you're going to have to quickly turn to your anticipated punishment evidence, which is going to be the state again going first. You're going to hear more character information. It takes a while when you get an adverse verdict for the person to really accept and understand it. The state may be moving to have his bond held insufficient, meaning that if he walked in the courthouse today,
he
won't be walking out tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. You just need a concept and a way to record
it. Sad business, y'all.
Given that he's got the jurors sequestered.
Bad business. This is bad. This is bad for our youth. This is bad for our people. And damn the country. The country have never been a part of us. We've never been a part of this country. For all those who come to this country after we've been here for so long, they even see us in the same light. They even regard us the same way as the white supremacists who started this country, who runs this country. We're in a bad position. And we continue to stay or be in this position because we have decided to stay and be in this position. I'm pretty sure no one thought that this young brother was going to walk free. I didn't think it. Even with everything I think I understand about it, especially dealing with two racist white boys, you know, and them being the initiators of the whole confrontation, I still didn't think that they were going to let this young brother walk away. This young brother don't even have a record. You know, very intelligent young brother. You know, took care of schoolwork, but come on. There was a white boy whose family and community had high hopes for him. Nah. No, they're going to revoke his bond. There's no way on our God's green earth, or on our green earth, that they're going to let him walk out of there. And let's say by some miracle that they do. That family better be ready to protect him Get him away from here as quick as possible. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's what I say to that. I'll add to that again, these two white thugs, they look to start an issue with Karmelo Anthony. They look to start something that he finished in self-defense. He was invited under the tent from out of the rain. But they are so entitled, you know, this white supremacist mindset that you can't come in here, boy. What are you doing in here under our tent? You know, these two white thugs. Oh, and they have a past. They've been involved in a lot of violence. Why this stuff didn't come out, you know, could possibly help, I don't know. Maybe the judge barred it. Who knows? Maybe the prosecution fought from that coming into evidence. Who knows? There was a lot of lying going on. Oh, you know, you know the gambit. That's what they do. But again, man, we have to stop handing our children over, our people over to these people, because you're not going to get a fair shake. You're just not. Let us know what you think about this verdict. I think this verdict is as corrupt as it can be. The judicial system as we know it is rigged against all Black people, you know, and if you don't know that now, you know. You don't trust me, just do your research. The fact that the father is friends with the judge, come on, man, this thing stinks to high heaven. This young brother, because he's getting caught up, man. And again, I'm kind of pissed with the parents because they've lived this life longer than that young brother, maybe twice as long. They may be in their 40s, maybe 50s, who knows? But they know this world we live in. Most of you parents do. You know the world we live in. And yet you will hand your children over to these people. We have to make some decisions, you guys. We have to make some decisions. We have to change the direction we're going in. We're going in the wrong direction. We're going in the direction they're going in. That doesn't serve us. That helps us none. We allow ourselves to continue to be hoodwinked and bamboozled, led astray by these people, care nothing for us. Only thing they're worried about or concerned with is our demise or our knowing our place. Times are changing, and we hurry up. We need to hurry and change with the times. But those times, those changes must concern and regard us first, no one else. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give me your thoughts. Let me know. Do you support this verdict? I imagine some of you would. If you don't support the verdict, drop it in there, because I imagine a lot of you don't. How do you see this working out? What is going on with this country and this system, especially the judicial system? What is happening? Are they coming after us again? Or that was just an incident where, you know, wrong place, right time. Right place, wrong time. Who knows? Let us know what you think in the comments, please. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.
You can murder a liberator, but you can't murder liberation. You can murder a revolutionary, but you can't murder revolution. And you can murder a freedom fighter, but you can't murder freedom.